I know for years, for decades, we've always known that Jay-Z always says that he don't write music. He always says that he writes it straight off his brain. But I was just hearing again the Swagger Jacker by Cameron when he dissed Jay-Z. And I'm really asking myself, does Jay-Z really don't write music? I'm to the point where I don't believe that now. If y'all listen to Swagger Jacker by Cameron, this man stole rhymes from Biggie, Slick Rick, Pac, and so many other rappers. That is starting to pinch me on my mind. Did this man actually wrote all his classics, wrote all his albums through his mind, literally? See, we all know that Lil Wayne does not write. We all know he doesn't have ghostwriters. So I'm beginning to think that Lil Wayne is the GOAT when it comes to not writing music in paper, and not Jay-Z. I want everybody to go back and listen to Swagger Jacker by Cameron. This was years ago. I mean, a lot of years ago. And it comes to show that this dude is a thief when it comes to stealing lyrics, like Drake and so many others. When it comes to business entrepreneurship, that's a different story. That's a different video. You know what I'm saying? We all know this man is worth $2.7 billion. You know what I'm saying? But he did it by how? Also jacking and stealing it from Dame Dash. I don't know what's wrong with Dame Dash nowadays, but he's really going through it, man. I hope, you know what I'm saying, he could get himself together, and big ups to him and God bless him, you feel me? Because he really is going through it, man, losing everything and everything that he's been through. So big ups to him. But back to Jay-Z. Do you really write your own music out your own mind? I'm asking you this question. Or every bit of lyric and verse that you rap has been taken from legendary rappers, legendary iconic rappers, and even rappers of today. Because you haven't came out with an album in a minute. We haven't heard you with an album in a minute. And I seen a video also in all the albums that Jay-Z has come out, how many times he's been on top of the charts, how many times he's been on the Billboard charts, you know what I'm saying, or on the 200 Billboard charts, and it's not a lot. But since he has a plug and he's well connected and he's well within the elite system, they put him up there as if he, you know what I'm saying, has multiple classics, multiple number ones, multiple albums that went platinum and things to that nature. But the young man collaborated all the other artists that were rapping at the time with Jay-Z, or that are rapping still to this day, but rapping at Jay-Z's time, and how they would top the charts and how they would top the Billboard charts more than Jay-Z himself. And the way the young man broke it down was like, there were other artists that had more hotter features and more hotter singles and songs and albums than Jay-Z, but they still gave it to Jay-Z. They gave the accolades, they gave Grammys or Album of the Year, etc., to Jay-Z. Why? Because he's well connected with the elites. And I don't mean no disrespect in no type of shape, way, or form, you know what I'm saying? Because we understand this man is a diabolical, sacrificial machine. He will do anything to stay on top. You know, just like now the situation with, you know, Nas, you know, getting the deal with the casino for $5 billion with a capital B, and him not getting his, and now people are speculating that he's jealous or envious of the whole nine. I don't understand why. This man is already worth $2 billion. So what will make you even be jealous or envious of somebody that doesn't even have beef with you, doesn't have a problem with you? He ethered you in ether, you know what I'm saying? And that was so long ago. So I don't understand why would you even engage to even being, jealous or envious of a man that even now collaborated with you for years, you know what I'm saying? And sponsorships and in other things, you know what I'm saying, that you and him had collaborated with. But do you really write your own songs out of your brain? Or do you have ghostwriters that write it for you? You know what I'm saying? Just like Fat Joe, he always claimed that he writes his own music. Come to find out, T.A. said this man has ghostwriters that write music for him, and he's been having that for multiple years. You understand what I'm saying? So, was Lil Wayne lying when he said that he's the GOAT of not writing music, but writing it through his brain? Well, there's evidence and proof. Tech Nine said when he was in the studio with Wayne, and they were listening to the beat in the song, all Lil Wayne was doing was looking on top of the skies of the studios, and he just came up with a verse on the top of his brain. It was insane. Fat Joe said the same, and multiple artists said the same. They never seen Lil Wayne grab a pen and paper and write any type of music. The last time Lil Wayne did that is when he did his last album with the Hot Boys. You know what I'm saying? That then he started doing mixtape. Once he finished doing that, Lil Wayne has never picked up a pen or paper to write any type of music. Everything comes out of his cerebral capacity and brain. Facts. 100% facts. It's been said by multiple rappers. But in Jay-Z's case, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wrong. But when it comes to that type of criteria, and you listen to Swagger Jacker by Cameron dissing Jay-Z, you see how many multiple lines and bars he has stolen from so many rappers. And some of them are from within his own classics. You know what I'm saying? From some of his albums. So I'm questioning his authenticity and his credibility and his accountability into being responsible into writing his own rhymes through his mind. Is he really doing it? Or is he capping? Is he telling people that, you know what I'm saying? So people could be like, wow, this man really is the real deal. He don't need a pen or paper to write. He writes it through his mind like Lil Wayne does. Through all these years, this man has been capping in so many different things. You see what he's done to so many of his people from his camp. And you see what he did to DMX. I think he did DMX and Dame Dash the dirtiest out of everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So just imagine if it's ever to come out that Jay-Z never in his life wrote any of his classics or even rapped any of his classics like he said without grabbing a pen or paper. That would diminish his legacy, not his entrepreneurship, but it would damage his legacy in rapping, period. And I think when Cameron came out with that song, Swagger Jacker, it went over everybody's heads because Jay-Z was on top of the world at that time. And the way he disrespected Biggie Smalls, like Nas said on Ether, let the great veteran live, stop his rhymes coming out your fat lip. Well, I went back and I listened to Swagger Jacker, and bruh, this man stole from everybody you can think of. There is no way that he can run, he can make excuses, or he can even try to rewrite or even change the narrative that he did it. That is crazy. And what really gets to me is that there's so many people saying that Jay-Z is the GOAT, that he's the best to ever do it. How can you be the best to ever do it when you stolen so many bars, when you stolen so many verses, and you stolen so many choruses from so many rappers that were rapping when you was rapping, and that even rap way after you was rapping? Even took so much from Kanye West. Man, that's sad, bruh. You know what? You have to give it up for Cameron for putting this out there, because I don't think Cameron got his flowers when he did that, or he wasn't appreciative enough, or he didn't get the, you know what I'm saying, the respect that he deserved. And come to find out, Jay-Z said that he was an 80s baby. Jay-Z was born in the 60s. So how is that possible? Go listen to Cameron's Swagger Jacker that he did a long time ago, multiple years ago. And Cameron says it. You say you an 80s baby, but you was born in the 60s. So how does that make you an 80s baby? You did that to be relevant. You did that so you won't be looking old. No wonder why you did 40's the new 30. Or some such to that point. So basically, you were way older than what you didn't want the crowd to see that you was. You see, when you lie about things like that, imagine about what other things you lied about. And you know what? People lie. Everybody lies in this world, bro. Come on, bro. Everybody lies. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a point in my time in my life that I lied too. You know what I'm saying? So let's not take that out of the equation or out the subject. Everybody lies. But to lie about your age, come on, bro. That speaks high volumes, dog. So imagine about what else you had lied about. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to rhymes, when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to skills, when it comes from bar to verse, if you're going to claim that you are the GOAT, if you're going to claim that you are one of the greatest, you have to write your own rhymes. You have to write your own lyrics. You have to write your own albums. How are you going to have somebody else write it for you? Then that means you just like Drake. You just a person that has ghostwriters that write for you, and they take the credit and don't give nobody else the credit for what they did in your songs or what they did in your albums and how they helped you in any type of shape, way, or form. So for those who never gave Cameron his flowers for exposing Jay-Z to this level, I'm giving him his flowers. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just sad that rap today has gone to this path. But this is when rap was rap. You know what I'm saying? In 80s, 90s, this is when hip hop was hip hop at his peak and at its latest. And I had to go back and listen to what Cameron was saying. And Cameron made all the sense in the world. You stealing from the greats, and greats that you never paid homage to. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of saying, you know what? I took rhymes from this one and this rapper and this GOAT and this great GOAT and this great legend. You never said that. You understand? I understand if you take a bar and put it in your song like you did with Juvies, you know what I'm saying? And you pay homage and respect. That's paying homage and respect. But you know what it is to take bars, completely bars and verses, and put them in your song as if you did them yourself? That's not acceptable. That's not appreciated. And it's not respected. So for those of you who love Jay-Z, y'all need to listen to Cameron Diss, Swagger Jacker, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. You will see exactly why Cameron don't see Jay-Z as his GOAT or as one of the GOATs. Why? Because when you take lyrics and you take bars from other rappers that really put their pen and pad to go to work, the exception here is that, you know what? You stole. You was a thief. You took from other late greats to be able to have classics and have hits or have singles that climb the charts or the Billboard charts, which is definitely a decliner, and it basically destroys your legacy. But knowing that you have these type of fans that will glaze you 100% like they do Drake, it's It's unethical and it's disrespectful to real hip hop artists that really put everything in and left everything on that pen and paper, or like Lil Wayne left everything on his brain to put on that damn beat. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go back and listen to Cam'ron Swagger Jacker, and y'all hit me up in my comments and tell me what y'all think about that. And be honest, it's not being biased. Do y'all really think that Jay-Z writes his own rhymes through his mind and not through a pen and pad? Y'all be real with me and y'all tell me the truth, because just listening to Swagger Jacker just further lets me know, and also seeing that this man lied about his age, and also seeing that this man has lied about so much of what he was going to do with DMX, and what he also promised Cam'ron, that he was going to give him Def Jam just like he told DMX, and what he promised he was going to do for Dame Dash and never came through. What else is this man lying about or lied about that we don't even know about, that we may never know about? Is this man really a scam, deceitful, diabolical, wannabe artist, entrepreneur / or are they just bashing Jay-Z for no reason, for clout, and because they want views, and because they want to have the same intensity and, integrity and respect that this man possesses in today's era? Y'all let me know, you know what I'm saying? But to my acknowledgement, I think that just dropped Jay-Z out of whatever number that he is within the hip-hop world, because when you take, and I heard every lyric from the artist that he took it from to his song that he put it in on, and it's exactly the same quoted bars that these other artists that he took it from. He said, wow. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. And please don't come here being biased and being disrespectful. I'm not being disrespectful at all. This is just educational purposes, and this is factual. These are facts, you know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I give Cam'ron his flowers and his respect for exposing the truth, something that went over everybody's head. And it shouldn't even gone over our heads, knowing what hip-hop is all about. Look what Drake is doing now, blaming Kendrick Lamar for Ray Charles for writing Not Like Us. Oh my God, that is so ridiculous. But I already did the video. Y'all check that video out on my channel on YouTube. But besides that, this is your boy Chico Black, aka Jaloso. Y'all hit me up and tell me what y'all think about this whole ordeal. And y'all listen to Cam'ron again, Swagger Jacker. It's a song that was written a long time ago, but y'all need to listen to it, and y'all tell me what y'all think about that. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.